Baby, bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. It's sick how I actually went to go see that movie again. But I had to go see that movie again just because I wanted to see Deadpool dance again. Oh man. What's up, gaming history? Hi, we're here doing it again because I guess people just want to give their opinions, and then like it ain't even their fault that people watch the video and say people don't know what they're talking about, and then they gotta feel like they gotta respond because they like scared of being told they wrong by a group of people. It's like I don't get that. I'll never understand that. The music with Blade appearing was so good. I mean, so happy for him. But what actually was so good, personally, what actually was so good was the beginning. I don't know if that was Ryan Reynolds dancing or if that was like a professional a professional dancer who had to do all that. I don't know who it was. They deserve an Emmy, a Grammy, a Woody, a Nickelodeon Choice Award, a Disney Channel Choice Award. They need all the awards. I'm just going to tell you that right now. They deserve it. I don't know who that was under that mask doing that dance at the opening, but they deserve the prize. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. That's how I feel. You'll be playing Helldivers with Alex one day. He doesn't like me. And my bad, I'm using his face as the thumb. He's got the best face for what I feel right now, which is unmitigated just annoyance. So he's got the best face for it. So don't feel like what should I say here? Don't feel as if I'm picking on Alex. Alex didn't say nothing dumb unless he did, and I just don't know about it. But nah. He's just got the perfect face for how I'm feeling about the situation. You know what I'm saying? He's got the perfect face for it. If he didn't have that perfect face for it, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? 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 You pick up what I'm putting down. But we're just here. I decided, you know what? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I say we just, chill out. Cool it vibe. Cool it fun time. And we just sit here and we watch somebody make a second video because he made one video and his audience got on his ass. And now that means everybody got to start crying and complaining about all the different shit and yada yada with the yada yadas. Also, you just got to put your foot down. I don't want to put my foot down. Can y'all hear me? Oh, hey, you can hear me. I just thought for a cooler second, why am I not being heard? All right, so look, I know none of y'all Rhea's in Warzone. Yeah, Rhea, and I think, look at these cards, bro. Look at the fucking ultimate team coming together. The ultimate team is fucking coming together. A fucking 87 overall Christian McCaffrey. Disgusting. But yeah, Rhea Ripley is in Helldive. That's not Rhea Ripley, but I'm going to just go ahead and get in the game and show you. I do wish they would have shown off the Cyclops in their outfits. Yeah. You mean some news? You know what's crazy though? I think Rhea's in the battle pass, but I don't know where Cody at. I don't know where Cody at. I didn't see Cody in the battle pass. I saw Rhea. Now, if all of them in the battle pass, I guess I might have to consider getting the battle pass. I guess I have to consider getting the battle pass. But looking at it, I don't see Cody, nor do I see Ray. I see Rhea right here. Rhea right here. And I ain't gonna lie, I like the model. I like the character model. I think on the back of it, she got the I think on the back she got the, oh no, she don't. So is that another one? She got on one of the, I guess, outfits, you people would call it. She got the I am your mommy thing on it. I'm like, oh. But I'm trying to figure out, the face is a little off. Bro, it's a video game. Get over it. The face is off on damn near every character model in every game. But I'm trying to figure out where Cody Rhodes. I'm trying to see where Cody at. Cody. You know what's crazy? I think all they finishing move, like the finishing moves they got on here, are like their actual finishing moves. Because I saw like the Riptide, I saw the Crossroads. I ain't see Rey Mysterio shit, so I don't know what Rey got. It is, but I guess I'll hop on a 40 orty. I guess I'll hop on that 40 orty. But all right, let's watch Nate the Lawyer's videos. Hey everybody, what was I doing? Cody and Ray will probably be DLC. Here's the problem with what you just said. I can't incorporate that as DLC. It's a fucking battle. It's a battle pass. And they might put that motherfucker in the item shop, which I still don't consider DLC. I just consider that shit an add-on. Look at the operator section to see Cody. Really late stream. Come on. Where were you like 2 days ago when I did a stream at 3 o'clock in the morning? You crazy? If you think this late, just wait. Do I want this? Do I really want this? Because I already got like the other Deadpool camo skin. Like, but this more like a comic booky one. I saw that too. Oh well, so what you surprised by? What is you surprised by? Shit. Really late stream. I ain't gonna lie, it's something about this one that's just better. I know nothing about this shooting. Let me give you the basic cliff notes. Woman calls the cops because she thinks there's somebody like creeping around her crib. They show up, they come in the crib, they ask her questions, they just trying to get information out of her about who she is and yada, yada, yada. They all notice that a pot is on the stove, like boiling. They tell her, go get the pot. She walks over to go get the pot. Somebody says something about backing up. Cop says, I don't want to get touched by the water. She says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. The cop says, huh? She says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus a second time. This motherfucker says, you better not. I'm going to shoot you in your fucking face. Which, before I keep going, wouldn't you think that telling somebody you're going to shoot them in the fucking face escalates a situation past a certain point? Because a lot of people seemingly ignore that, but they want to focus on what I'm about to say you next. So, cops pull out their guns. She ducks down. She's hiding. They come around the little countertop area. She pops back up and does a motion which leads to throwing water at the officers. Now, there's a lot of discourse about this part. Because at first it was, oh, she's using the pot as a shield. But you could clearly see that water has left that fucking pot in the direction of the cops. You could even see the steam coming up off top of it. Now, I might be crazy, or maybe I'm more athletic than a lot of Americans. But if I know somebody got a pot of boiling water, and I know that there's the chance, oh, I should also mention that this person who got shot, mentally ill. Like, they're saying she was a diagnosed schizophrenic. Not these fucking people on TikTok who are like, oh my God, I feel like I have cancer, and then they just go take a shit. So maybe it's just me, but if I know like a form of a liquid might come at me, and then I see somebody like hunching up to potentially throw that shit at me, I'm backing up, and then I'm rounding the corner and I'm punching the fuck out of them. I believe that is a more viable option. I'll still get criticized for it, but I'd rather be criticized for punching the fuck out somebody for throwing a pot of water at me than potentially going to jail and losing my job because I shot her. Also, before I keep going, because we're still not done, whatever happened to taser? Hello? Like, what constitutes you pulling out that gun? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus? You could have put out that taser. And, you know, people would have still asked the same questions, but guess what? I'd rather the bitch be tased than the bitch be dead. Speaking of the word bitch, actually, I'm jumping too far ahead. So she's on the ground. Shockingly, she's not dead because the cop that shot her verifies out loud that she's still breathing. However, not that cop or the cop after, or the cop, not after, the cop that's also there. Neither one of them went to get any med kits or medical aid. that they have like on their person or in their cop cars. And even better, the cop that shot her said, don't even worry about getting it. Because the second cop was like, let me go get my medical supplies. And this motherfucker responded, nah, don't worry about it. She's done. So she's dying. She's not dead just yet, but she's dying. Eventually she ends up dead. And for some reason, everybody's just hanging outside. Like multiple cops come out to the call because, you know, shots fired and all that. So they come out to the call. And, you know, they all just standing outside this lady's house. And you want to know what the officer said that shot and killed her? Are you ready for this one? And I quote, yeah, this bitch is crazy. And listen, I'm not really a student. I'm not a student of body language. But if you go watch that fucking video and you see the look on all the cops' faces after he said that, they looking like, yeah, bro, we don't know you. They not high-fiving this motherfucker like, oh yeah, I understand. They looking like, what the fuck you just said? And I don't even think they've been given the full details of why they even there to begin with. So yeah, Buddy's going to jail. All these people running around saying justified this, justified that. Whole lot of incompetence on this motherfucking cop from start to finish. Oh, but I ain't even tell y'all my favorite part of the whole thing. Or at least one of my favorite parts. I have two favorite parts of this whole thing. Number two is all these people, all these dipshits telling me, watch Nate the Lawyer. Nate the Lawyer breaks down the whole thing perfectly. Nate the Lawyer shows me a second camera angle. So I'm supposed to just like watch one person and my opinion is going to automatically change because either he's a lawyer or he holds some type of credibility here. One problem, is he the defense or the prosecutor in this case? Oh, neither? So he's Nate the YouTuber. Oh, but you should go watch Officer Tatum. He's a former police officer. And here comes my favorite part. Officer Tatum sat there and tried to say, you don't know what's in that pot. It could be acid in that fucking pot. So yeah. But since we supposed to look towards these people who are not involved in this whatsoever for their opinions, you do know they got cops on TikTok that watch that same footage and said, yeah, unjustified. You know they got attorneys watching this shit saying it's unjustified. Don't go towards black TikTok. These niggas doing live streams talking about how the second footage is AI generated. So just ignore them. I'm going to give you the most controversial hot take about this whole thing. Fuck what any outside motherfucker has to say about it, whether they say it's justified or not. And I'm going to tell you why. The fucking people who are supposed to review this and charge this officer and put him in jail and are probably going to send him to jail for a long fucking time, they reviewed that shit and came back and told the public that that officer used an unjustified use of deadly force. So as far as I'm concerned, everybody's opinion is irrelevant. Even mine, the one saying it was unjustified. That's crazy. But hey, you know. Oh, you know what? I'm going to add another favorite part to it, Malik Foxon. Since like you wanted the context, so I'm giving you all the context. Here's another one of my favorite parts. Nate the Lawyer, I watched the video, I think last night before, one of them. And at the end of it, he sits there and tells you, if you objectively look at it, you can see that the cop, you know, did what he was supposed to do. But also at the same time, you could punish him. But also, if it was Nate the Lawyer, he'd fire him. So I don't know how many hoops. I know the Olympics going on right now, but that's a lot of fucking hoops you got to jump through. Considerably too many fucking hoops. I don't believe it was justified, but why do you think they're really blowing the charges out of proportion? I don't think they're blowing shit out of proportion. Who blowing the charges out of proportion? The people who's supposed to charge them? Or like the random motherfuckers reacting to it? Because if it's the people that's supposed to charge them, I don't think they blowing it out of proportion at all. I think they looking at all of that fucking video evidence and seeing an incompetent fucking cop and saying, yep, it's your time. But if you're talking about the motherfuckers like on social media, oh, it's because they in one breath will fucking sit here and say, oh my God, the system is unjustified until something happens that they want to happen. Then, oh my God, the justice system is completely fixed. There's a whole lot of topsy-turvy dick sucking going on. So I don't know who you're talking about in regards to who's blowing the charges out of proportion, but hopefully if it's either one of the options I gave you, hopefully either answer satisfies you. I don't know why they're trying to say those two guys are innocent. I will argue that the cop who didn't shoot and tried to go get medical assistance is more innocent than the other one. Because I might be wrong, he hasn't been fired. I could be wrong about that. They both might be fired. I do know only one is being charged. And I wonder why. Oh, and another funny thing. This fucking cop that's at the center of all of this, you know how they got those people, a lot of them conservatives, who will say something like a woman shouldn't be in these positions because they're too emotional and they don't know what to do? Imagine saying that and not bringing up that this cop then got fired from 4 different police stations and got 2 DUIs on his fucking record. And based on that fucking video, clearly got a temper. So, you know, if we're going to say that about a good majority of the female officers, I can go ahead and fucking point out that Buddy probably shouldn't be in these scenarios. Probably shouldn't be in these scenarios. That didn't me. That's just me. Oh, you have a problem with the... He got fired from 4 different police stations and they let him on? Yep. Yep. What the fuck is that nonsense? Oh, I tell you what it is. It's incompetence. Now, who was it? Your boy Max. You have a problem with the first-degree murder charge? And if so, and I'm not picking on you, your boy Max, because I could feel the sincerity in wanting to know people's opinions through those words. I can feel it. Because I would argue, at first degree, somewhat warranted. And the only reason I'm gonna say that is because of one specific part. The part where she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he says, what? And she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus a second time. And the motherfucker says, I will shoot you in your fucking face, and pulls out his piece. He pulled out the taser. He pulled out the piece. He pulled out the yopstick. He pulled out the 4.5. He pulled out a gun. So, you know, I'm not mad at the first-degree murder charge. I'm not. I don't think it's a corrupt justice system. I don't think they're trying to hunt down all cops. I don't think this is a race issue. I think it's point blank period, an incompetent fucking cop. One. Just one. I think it's an incompetent cop. Feel me? And, you know, you're welcome to disagree with me. And guess what? I ain't got no problem with it. None. 0. That's just how I look at it. She even apologized for that. Not only did she do that, she ducked in fear after seeing the motherfucker pull out his piece. And look, and guess what? I agree, Austin. It's very arguable. And I hope somebody got a good case for it. That's my case for it. But I'm not a lawyer, so don't fucking heed. Don't take no. You take legal advice from me? Good luck in jail. Hi, Hannah. And the only reason I'm going to say this is because Hannah's here. I don't know how many of you terminally online people watched a certain debate between two dumbasses who are known as content creators. But if you walk away from that dumbass debate between Sneeko and Penguin Zero and think, oh my God, this person was right. No, this person was right. You're all fucking dumbasses. Both of them are fucking slow for the shit that they were saying in that live stream, you know? Remember that it was a headshot? Mm-hmm. But we shall see. Time will be the ultimate teller for it all. Oh, Malik Foxon, one more favorite part. And this is just because it's me. It's because it's just me. I made that video. And I ain't gonna say I had a lot of people. I only saw 3. I had 3 people sit there and say, Leon, I'm surprised at you giving out this hot take. You usually say, wait for more information. And you know, I like the fact that people keep up with my words. There's just one fucking problem with that. This shooting happened at the beginning of July. We got this body cam footage this fucking week at the end of July. The body cam footage was the more information. The body cam footage was and is the thing that's going to put in a lot of people's minds what is justified and what is not. And it did. And guess what? You know what else? I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this now. Next week, y'all about to get another situation where you going to see body cam footage from something that happened in fucking March. Now, what is this video footage that you're talking about, Leon? Well, word on the street is back in March, cops responded to a domestic abuse situation. I don't know why I called it domestic abuse. And you know, the cops pull up, they get in the crib, and you know what they see? A woman bleeding out on the fucking ground. Oh my God. And this is all just off of words. We're gonna have to wait for the body cam footage to come out. The next thing they see is a man, presumably the abuser. And you know, I'm pretty certain the cops yelling at him, trying to get him to pipe down and all this shit. And he's got a weapon in his hands. I believe a knife. And you know, he ducks away. And do you know what he does next? That motherfucker pops back up with a fucking 4-year-old in his fucking hands at knife point. And the cops shoot him and also end up shooting the kid. And you got some motherfuckers running around wording it like they intentionally shot a fucking child. Now, I need to see some body cam footage before I give you my outlook on it. But the way people are trying to describe it makes it seem like they hunted down a 4-year-old. And you know what? Maybe they did. Maybe it was pitch black and they just heard a noise and they saw a movement and they said, bop. But that's one I'm going to need people to just wait for the body cam on. You need to wait for more evidence. That video isn't enough. So what else I'm going to be waiting for? You want aerial footage? Because that body cam footage of Sonya Massey gave me all I needed to see. And that's what they're going to show you in court. What you want, the 911 call? What you want, the extra 15 minutes of them outside checking for the car? What you want, the information that motherfucker turned on his body cam footage after shooting her? And you had the fucking 30 seconds beforehand? Would you like the extra footage of him outside calling her a bitch after shooting her? What would you like? The piece of the body cam footage where he admits that she's still breathing, but neither one of them go get any medical equipment to try to at least help her if she could survive? What would you like? What would you like as more evidence? I would just like to know. What else you need? Like, you need witness testimony? The problem with that is only 3 people was in that crib. What would you like? The official investigators who investigated this and said, hey, They used an unjustified use of force? A way bigger investigation? There's no way the cops are in the wrong? W troll, my boy. I ain't even gonna lie to you. What a monumental W troll. I appreciate that. I appreciate the laugh. I'm laughing so hard right now, can't you tell? Hey, y'all remember when I said the worst times to piss me off is early in the morning and late at night? Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed your time. I appreciate the W trolling. I appreciate it. It meant so much to me. I hope you had so much fun with that. I'm so proud of you for that one. But let's watch this. Now, I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. I just saw this like 40 minutes ago and said, do I want to stream this now or do I want to wait for the morning? And I just said now. I just said now. What the fuck of it?
Okay, so I want to do a follow-up video on the Sonya Massey shooting and just clarify my positions on 3 specific points. 1, do I think this cop...
And guess what? He didn't have the worst take. You want to know who had the worst take out of everybody? The Officer Tatum. But I already watched that.
I was justified.
The worst thing this dude said was, hey, if you look at it objectively, the cop was, doing the right thing. But, you can still punish him. Oh, and also, I would have fired him. Like, that was the worst thing he said in that video. But he came from it as a lawyer would.
2, why do I believe this is a 50-50 case in terms of getting a conviction for the prosecution? And 3, why am I not coming to the same conclusions as other legal commentators are coming to? So I'll address all 3 of those in this video. So the first thing I'm going to start with is other legal commentators and why they're coming to the conclusions they've come to and why I'm coming to the conclusion that I've come to. Because we are looking at 2 different sets of facts. Now, before I jump into the other legal coverage, there were 2 sets of body cams. There was one from the officer who did not fire his weapon, and there was the one from the officer who did fire his weapon. Now, the officer who fired his weapon, his body cam turned on later in the incident, while the officer who did...
Later in the incident, after he shot her...
didn't fire his body cam, his camera was on the entire time. So most of the story we're getting from his body camera, but right before the shooting, we have the second body camera that we can look at to get more context. Now, I'm just going to make it very plain. All the legal commentators you're about to see did not see the second body cam. They only saw the first body cam. So all of their conclusions, which I believe their conclusions are correct, are all based on only part of the information. It's only based on that.
So they're correct. They just didn't watch the other body cam footage to still be correct. Notice Nate put his first video on this on the members only. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. You sorry ass motherfucker. Man, don't ever tell me watch this dude ever again. After the day, fuck this dude. So you want, man, no. So you gonna sit here and tell me you done made that video and you was proud of that, then you got chewed out by people in your comment section and you put it behind a paywall? Man, no. You see what that tell me? That tell me you too scared to face the fact that you done got called out, that your audience said, nah, you got this one wrong, and you want to put it behind a paywall. See, that's pussified. That's pussified. You want motherfuckers to pay you so that they can see you fuck up. See? Look. And then, you know what's crazy? I remember when I made that video about that girl who got her shit rocked, motherfucker told me, delete this video, apologize, and make another one saying what I want you to say. I'm like, who? I'd rather just keep this video up, partner. I mean, well, You want me to say something I don't believe based off of what I seen with my own eyes, and then you want me to apologize? Better suck this shit soft, partner. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. This pussy though. I ain't gonna lie. This is the most pussified shit. Cause we watched this the other day. And it wasn't like it wasn't no week ago. It was literally between these two videos. It was between these two videos, the Mr. Beast and the fucking City Mayor. Oh, bro, a little spaz. See? I don't know nothing. Now, see, I don't care if any of y'all fans of this dude. You could be this man's biggest supporter. Don't care. This right here, tell me all I need to know. Real scummy dummy type tactic, partner. That's a real scummy dummy type tactic, Brody. And he could come up with any reason under the sun why he did that. I'ma just say he looked like a pure bitch for it. He looks like a pure bitch. A pure bitch. I kind of hate that he did that. Bro, I'd have rather, I ain't gonna lie, deleting it wouldn't have made it no better. It would have made me laugh more, but it wouldn't have made it no better. All right, bro, big lame for this. All right, I don't care if you watching this silently and you like a Nate the Lawyer fan or Kami-chan. Good. Matter of fact, hold that thought. Let me just get a quick little screenshotty of you saying that. Let me just go ahead in my gallery real quick so I can edit that. And then we just and then I just go ahead and crop that. And then I go ahead and crop that. And then I go bam. And then and bam. So, because I feel like a second video will be made about this topic, Okami-chan, I appreciate that, because when this bitch come out and I lose my mind, y'all can blame Okami-chan, or y'all can thank her too, like, or him, her, whatever the fuck you are, like, loser. That's what I call you, loser. That's what you are. That's your pronouns, loser. People think I'm transphobic, when in reality, I just don't like dumb people doing dumb shit. Might as well comment on his newer video by using the same words he did to you. What words he did? He commented on my video? Yeah, he better fucking not. He ain't commenting on my, did he? Don't have me check looking stupid now. Cause I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would tell me something after I done caught him. After I ain't gonna take credit for it. After Okami done fucking brought it to my attention that he done punked out. Fuck, I don't know if he did. But there's a way for me to check. So everybody hold dying thoughts. If a nigga did fucking bother me. That nigga ain't fucking respond to me. Y'all out your frontal lobe. See? All that damn lying y'all niggas do. All right, see? Okami, I was just trying to give you props. Now you fucking spreading misinformation. See? That's black people, that's black or white or Indonesian people's problems. Whatever the fuck you are, loser. I think they talk about the time where he told you to take down the video and make an apology. No, that wasn't him. If I said that was him, that was not him. That was not. If I said that was him, my bad. That wasn't him. That wasn't him. That wasn't him. My bad. If I worded that like I meant it was him, it wasn't him. My bad. Okami, I'm still kicking your face. But no, that was not him. That was a random person that did that. That was a random motherfucker that did that. Everybody put the pitchforks down. Put your pitchforks down. But let's go ahead and just keep watching this.
Body cam footage.
drawn, Miss Massey put her hands in the air and stated, "I'm sorry," while ducking for cover behind the counter that separated her and the defendant. The defendant, with his firearm still drawn, proceeded to close the significant gap between him and Miss Massey. Defendant then aggressively yelled at Miss Massey to put the pot down. The defendant then fired his duty weapon 3 times in the direction of Miss Massey, striking her in the face 1 time.
So what was correct about what he said that also like skews whatever perspective? Because Buddy just sat there and said the officer told her to put the pot down. So what is he wrong about?
Only at this time did the defendant, Grayson, activate his body-worn camera.
Now, the civil rights attorney concluded that this shooting was murder based on the facts and evidence before him. And he is 1,000% correct.
But
based on the facts that he presented, based on the facts that he had, based on the facts that were available, which were the only facts available, of course, this is murder. Exactly what he described is murder. There's no clean way to try to see it a different way or anything like that. It's murder. But
oh Lord,
some of the facts are wrong, and it's not all of the information. Now, to show you that Grayson's body-worn camera is out there, here is police activity. And they have Grayson's body-worn camera. And he turns it on right before the shooting. And here is Grayson's body-worn camera from that angle. I'll just play it from right here.
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face. Okay, I'm sorry. Drop the fucking pot!
Now, this is Grayson's body-worn camera. Now, the other body-worn camera during this time, right before the shooting occurred, you can see it's from a different angle because you can actually see Grayson, that's Grayson, in the other body-worn camera. So the civil rights attorney didn't have both body cams. Matter of fact, he said this guy didn't turn it on until after the shooting. But you can clearly see from the body-worn camera, he has it on before the shooting. This is Grayson. So that part was obviously, he just didn't have that information. And no one had that information at the time. I saw the reports. I didn't see Grayson's body-worn camera until I searched for it and said, oh, okay, it's out now. So I just want to be very clear. The civil rights attorney, he did nothing wrong. These are the facts that he had at the time he made the video. This body-worn camera piece was not there. So I can't knock him for analyzing something that didn't exist at the time, he wasn't aware of at the time. So obviously this now makes a difference because it gives you a second angle to the shooting, and now you're able to see things that the other camera wasn't able to pick up. Now I want to be very specific here. The civil rights attorney said that Grayson just went over the counter and fired at the victim without any provocation.
Defendant then aggressively yelled at Miss Massey to put the pot down. The defendant then fired his duty weapon 3 times in the direction of Miss Massey, striking her in the face 1 time.
Now, the way he's describing it is that Grayson just shot the victim without any provocation, without any cause. This was a simple murder. But when you see the second body cam angle, you see the victim jump up.
Why are you not playing the audio? Why are you giving me your commentary? All right, let's see how we might have to do this. We might have to do this the fun way. Where? Shit. Where is it? Hold on. Let me hear what Buddy says, move for move.
Said that Grayson just went over the counter and fired at the victim without any provocation.
Defendant then aggressively yelled at Miss Massey to put the pot down. The defendant then fired his duty weapon.
I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face. Okay, I'm sorry. Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop!
So, in a split second, you get well, not a split second, in like 3 seconds, you get a couple things. You get the I'm gonna shoot you in your fucking face. You get the gun pulled out. You get the I'm sorry. You get the duck down. You do get the drop the fucking pot before he walks over. And then as he walks over, he says, drop the fucking, and then the piece pop. And if you don't believe me, let's have fun.
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face. Okay, I'm sorry. Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
That's one. Well, that's actually 2 times he says it. Wait for the third. Drop the. So, whatever, I don't know his name. What would they call him? Is that his fucking name on YouTube? The civil rights attorney? Is that it? Is that his fucking name? What a name. I'm trying to look for a civil rights attorney. Oh my God, a YouTuber? Like, no. You might want to change that name. Was she even holding the pot there? Yep, she was. And so that is where I'm going to ask everybody with a little bit of sincerity. Because maybe, since everybody wants to pretend they live in these scenarios, would you not back the fuck up? Like, if you in this predicament of this motherfucker might sling this water at you, would you not back up and then come back around and just beat the shit out of her? I would. I remember somebody saying 99% of people would shoot. It's like, would they? I'm not going to sit here and say nobody would shoot, but are you really going to sit here and say 99% of people would shoot? Am I just the 1% that would have backed up and then came right back around and beat the skeeves off her? You can get mad at me for beating the skeeves off her, but if we comparing the apples to bowling balls right now, I know which one everybody would rather prefer happen in hindsight. And that's just me. I wouldn't come around the counter. The only thing about coming around the counter that I feel like would have been necessary is that you don't know what she's doing behind that fucking counter. Now, hindsight, she's cowering in fucking fear. Might probably be picking that fucking pot back up. So you gotta like piece it out. So I'm not mad that he came around the counter. I'm mad that he shot. I'm mad that he pulled his piece out. I'm mad that I didn't hear taser at any point. Like, that's what I'm mad at. I don't know what y'all mad at, but that's what I'm mad at. That's why I got issue. That's my sole issue. Anybody got other issues, you're welcome to have them. Morning. Oh, Lord. Here you people come with your responses to me. So back to this.
And 3 times in the direction of Miss Massey, striking her in the face 1 time.
Now, the way he's describing it is that Grayson just shot the victim without any provocation, without any cause. This was a simple murder. But when you see the second body cam angle, you see the victim jump up and toss a hot...
You also see a motherfucker say, drop the... But maybe that doesn't count. So maybe we don't count that.
Hot pot of boiling water at the.
I mean, fuck. He's not showing you the fucking audio. He's just showing you the video and giving his commentary.
And the officer returned fire at that same time. Now let's look at Bruce Rivers. He actually came to the same conclusion that I think any reasonable person comes to, is that this is a killing because he didn't see the part where she actually goes down, comes back up, gets the pot, and tosses the pot forward, which you'll see in a second. So, again, this is not a knock on Bruce. His analysis is spot on for the information that he has. He is 100% correct. I'm just saying, when you add more information and more context to it, it changes the analysis. So, let's watch Bruce.
He pulls his gun. She cowers. She cowers.
And she says, I'm sorry. If you look at the thing, she says, oh, you don't have the subtitles up. She said, I'm sorry.
So she cowers and says, I'm sorry. This cop is fucked.
And also, might I just say again, that if you don't know about body cameras, and how they work, at least for law enforcement, it has been confirmed by damn near everybody that this motherfucker turned his shit on after. But because it's not no regular fucking camera like what you and I have on our fucking phones, there's like a 30 to 50 minute rewind that's just there. So we was gonna see that anyway. That nigga didn't have body cam footage from first walking up on the door. You notice that? Where's that piece? Oh, Mr. Lawyer Man. Mr. Lawyer Man, can you explain that one, Mr. Lawyer Man? Do I look good, Mr. Postman? Do you have significant body camera footage for me, Mr. Lawyer Man? 'Cause I think you're just full of it.
I mean, what's your defense? Your defense has to be reasonable.
That's not my audio. That's the audio slowed down.
Now, I'm stopping it right here because the officer who has the gun, that's Grayson. Now, remember, his body cam is on, and we're seeing the second officer's body cam. So remember when I kept saying the Grayson body cam is the one that had a different angle? So Bruce is watching the one body cam and doesn't really have the full context to it. So let's continue to watch.
There's just no call for them to be shooting.
Now, Bruce is right. There is no reason why these officers should be shooting based on the body cam footage he has. There is absolutely no reason. I can't see it either. But when you add the other body cam footage, then things take a turn.
I mean, you can't take that time back. You can't take those bullets back. And I'm not an expert in police activity or police training or anything like that. I do know what I've seen over the years, and I've cross-examined police experts, so I do know a little bit about the force continuum, and I know about what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. You tell me, if they walked outside for 2 seconds, who's harmed? Nobody. And guess what? She's alive.
So now, based on the first video from the officer who did not shoot, this is a straight up murder. There's no doubt about it. But there is a second body cam video that neither one of them presented. And from that second body cam video, you have a different angle of the shooting. And you're able to see Miss Massey right before the shooting, what she was doing, so forth and so forth. And for me, that critical piece of information changes the analysis a little bit. So now I'm going to allow another attorney. This guy's name is Gen Z Attorney, and he's going to explain to you what you just saw.
Now, this all happens super fast, but she basically then drops down to the ground, and as the officer starts to approach her, she then pops back up while grabbing the pot of water and throwing it. And it's as she's throwing it that the cop shoots her 3 times.
Now, the other attorneys, who I agree with their analysis, did not have this angle. So without having this particular angle, they didn't see her go down, pop back up, grab the pot, and toss it to the officer. That, I think, changes their analysis. Now, they may have come to the same conclusion, but that part of the analysis is critical because it tells you one thing: why the officer discharged his weapon. Now, I have got to be honest.
Not a wordsmith, but when I hear discharged the weapon, it's a little bit too much jibber jabber. Just say that's why he shot her. Problem being, and I've said it at least 4 times in the 49 minutes that this stream has been going on. Taser, 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 taser. What warrants the gun being removed from the holster? Taser, 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 taser. I'm still trying to figure that one out. What warrants the gun coming out of the holster? Is it, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus? Is it? Because, you know, I do believe that a lot of these motherfucking, these what do I call them? These new Christians are annoying. These wannabe holier than thou, I know everything about the Bible, even though you going to hell anyway, motherfuckers, like really cheapen what it means to be a follower of Christ. I believe none of those individuals are followers of Christ. I believe they use the Bible to just spew a bunch of hatred because they believe that that is somehow what Jesus wants in his name. I don't think I rebuke you in the name of Jesus is worthy of pulling out the piece. I don't think that's worthy of pulling out the piece. I would think if you pulling out that piece, there's a significant threat to you, your fellow officer. You know what I'm saying? It could be a problem. Or it could be that tasing someone when water is involved. One gets tased too. Oh, thank God. I saved myself, but I also killed somebody. Ah, yes, we saved the day. Could be a factor. But we saved the day. But since you said that, can I ask you one question? And this is not to pick on you. This is not to pick on you, because I can feel your sincerity. If I told the cop, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. If you told the cop, matter of fact, fuck if I did it, because I don't like talking to cops any fucking way. If you was interacting with a cop and you just said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and he pulled out the piece on you, would you not be like, what the fuck? Or would you just think, that's pretty normal? Gotta remember, I said I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You know, so golly gee, Batman. Because I think pulling out the piece on that is wild as a motherfucker. But that's just me. That's just me. Oh, don't fast forward. Back up.
Tells you one thing. Why the officer discharged his weapon. Now, I have got to be honest with you. You got people who don't like this fact, who want to pretend that didn't happen, who want to pretend that didn't exist. I've heard everything from the pot was empty to she wasn't throwing it to a whole bunch of different nonsense. When you can clearly see on the video, she gets up, takes the pot and tosses it to the officer. And you can even see where the water fell. The water, if let's say for instance, she picked up the pot and it fell in front of her, that's one thing. But you can see the pot falls way and water falls way in front of her, where the steam is now all in front of the officers. Now, I hope this answers the question why my analysis was different than theirs. Is because I'm analyzing more information. I'm analyzing multiple body cams that were available at this time, where they could only analyze the one body cam that was available that didn't show the full context of what happened. So now I want to move on to the final two pieces of this second video on this topic. Number one, do I think this cop was justified? Absolutely not. I don't believe this cop was justified. There is no way this cop was justified. I think he was wrong with the way he was talking to her. I think he escalated the situation instead of de-escalating the situation. I think he created that horror show that happened in that house. So,
thank you. I wish I had a soundboard golf clap. Why is the video still going? Why is the video still going? No, he's still gonna talk.
I absolutely do not.
And I'm not I didn't 2x speed this because I need us all to hear him carefully. I don't want nobody to think I'm just making up shit and lying on this motherfucker's name. I don't need one of these random meat suckers just be like, you misconstrued. I don't know. I'm listening to him slowly. Well, not slowly, because, you know, I got to still keep my attention span somewhat intact. You know, I'm not speed watching. Go 2.5? No. I can't even go 2.5 anyway, so no.
I think this cop was justified. I don't even know why they were actually in the house. And I said that in my previous video. I don't know why they...
Where is that previous video, buddy? Where's the video, buddy? That's my one gripe so far. I'm trying to figure out where this other video at. And how do you know that it's... Wait a minute. Okami, I don't know if you're still here. How the fuck did you know it's behind the paywall? Hello? That's a great question to ask. How do you know it's behind the paywall? I had his videos on my watch later list. Lord, it's the fact that Buddy put that shit on. I probably won't anyway. That's like, bro, you're gay. That's a gay thing to do. That's what the liberal media does when they like get chewed out. Bro, they got this lady on TikTok. I don't mean to sidetrack the fuck out of this. They got a lady on TikTok who gave a take about this shit. I don't know why motherfuckers, for some reason, a conversation was being had on TikTok about how the second piece of body cam footage was AI. She started the video off like, hey, I just want y'all to know, unless somebody can prove that video is AI, I don't believe it. I'm just like, what the fuck? And then she disappeared because she got chewed out by a bunch of people. And then she comes back like, oh, I know y'all wanted me to respond, but I have a life. It's like, no, bitch, shut the fuck up. No, you don't. You post TikToks, motherfucker. Just like, stop. AI body cam footage? Yeah. So, you know how I make fun of people on TikTok because they never know what the fuck they talking about? Yeah. Apparently, they was all having a discussion about potential AI body cam footage. If you ever wanted to, like, piece together why I don't take a lot of these motherfuckers serious, that's a reason. That's one reason. That's one reason. It ain't the whole reason. It's just one reason. Oh my God, how many times am I going to show this?
Pulled a gun. I don't know why they did any of that crap. Matter of fact, as I said in the last video, I think that cop should obviously be fired, and he shouldn't have ever been a cop. That cop is a horror show. He's a horror show to probably even work with for those guys who are working with him on the force.
I'm glad you said that, because one part of that you didn't see was the aftermath where Buddy was talking to his cop friends as if all shit was sweet, and they just looking like, this is who we got on our team, huh? All right. This makes sense. Okay. All right. I'm certain we're all proud of that. What a monumental dub I just fucking collected. I know y'all saw that, and I know y'all liked it. Like I said, I was going on my watch history, and when I found the video, I clicked on it, and it says you have to be a member to watch that. Bro, I shit you not. Can you, like, I don't know, because I think YouTube did this. Like, I think YouTube do this shit. I can't see it. Oh, wait. Is it in here? That's not it, but can I see like a playlist of the members onlys? Am I able to see a playlist of the members only? No. Off to work? Well, you have fun with that, buddy. Access to members only live chat. Early access to new videos. Gameplay with you. Okay. I'm not paying any money for any of this shit. I just wanted to see. Go to your watch history. Oh, I see what you're driving at. I see what you're driving at. Let me see if it'll be in my watch history. Where the fuck my watch history at? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. History, Gothic's video, the Our Truth video, the quartering video. Man, no. Boo. Good, let me just go ahead and screenshot. Let me go ahead and open that gallery up real quick. A bink bink. A ding ding. By the way, y'all like the fact that I watch WWE videos? Boo this man. Boo this man. Boo this man. Boo. 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 Boo this fucking guy. 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 Boo him. Boo him. Boo him. Boo him. Why are you putting... This was after the fact. This was after the fact. Because remember, we watched this. I'm not a member of the lawyer crew. Hello. I watched this on my live stream for the freezies. So, eventually when I make this video again and we come back around to this topic, don't be mad if I spend if that video is 30 minutes and I spend 10 talking about not you motherfuckers, how motherfuckers wanted me to watch this video. And then I did, and it was somewhat substantial. But then the motherfucker runs and puts it behind members only. You want people to pay to watch your bad fucking take? I'm supposed to pay to watch this horrendous take? I have to take a shit. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I have to disastrously take a shit. I've had to take a shit for the past 3 hours. What did he say there? He didn't. Listen, cards on the table. He didn't say anything outlandishly fucking stupid. He didn't. The worst thing he said was at the end, where the motherfucker was like, yeah, if you look at it objectively, you can see that the cops did the right thing, but should be punished for it. And I'd also fucking fire him myself. That was the worst thing he fucking said after all that jibber jabber.
So, yeah, I want to make it very clear. That cop wasn't justified in doing any of that. Matter of fact, that cop...
Thank you. We're out of here. Fuck. Thank you. We're out of here.
I believe is the reason why this woman is dead.
What the fuck do you mean you... Wait, say that again?
Matter of fact, that cop, I believe, is the reason...
You believe? Bitch, where are your... Listen, you got 4 eyes just like me. That motherfucker is exactly the reason why that woman not alive.
Why this woman is dead. But this now is going to lead you to the next question is, why do I think this case is 50-50? And this is where I think it's my fault for not communicating my thoughts clearly. All right, so all of you who've been with me for a while know that whenever I analyze a police shooting, I go to Graham v. Connor because every law enforcement agency in the United States adheres to this seminal Supreme Court case. This case determines if an officer is using excessive force or if the force was reasonable. That's why it's called the objectively reasonable standard. Now, the only issue here that I thought was going to be an issue in this case was the serious threat option. If this officer...
Take the stream to the toilet and make it members only? Birdie.
can show that he was confronted with a threat that this woman could have caused him serious physical injury, he is allowed to use deadly physical force to respond to that threat. Now, with that said, do you believe that this is a serious threat to that officer? Now, to help us see what happened in slow motion, I'm going to put this emoji to show each time the cop fires the 3 shots. And you'll see when the shots were fired in relation to the pot being thrown, because there's some confusion on whether the cop fired after the pot was thrown or whether he shot while the pot was being thrown.
3 headshots? I don't think they was all headshots, because if it was, boy, what aim? Also, it doesn't help your case.
I believe this officer's defense is going to be, this person was going to throw scalding hot water on me. So that could have caused me a serious physical injury, and I responded to that threat of serious physical injury with deadly physical force, as I am allowed to do. Now, to show you I'm not making this up, here is the Illinois State Police directives on physical force, specifically deadly physical force. And
there's 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in this video, and he's going to pinpoint what the state's rule, because I believe this happened in Illinois, the state's rule on officers' use of deadly force. Now, I wonder if after he does this, will he point out that officials investigated this and deemed it an unjustified use of police force, of deadly force. You can bring up this rule. That's perfectly fine. It helps you with your argument. What helps me with mine is what these officials said in regards to this. Because it ain't just a bunch of TikTok motherfuckers giving their thoughts about this. It's motherfuckers whose job is it to investigate this when it comes across their desk. And I don't know if I'm picking and choosing who I'm about to really put thought behind. It ain't gonna be any TikToker. It ain't gonna be any YouTuber. It ain't gonna be nobody that ain't the people that gotta investigate this shit. And motherfuckers will whine and talk about kangaroo court and all this shit to distract themselves from the fact that more than one motherfucker is over here talking about shit. More than one motherfucker is giving their opinion. It's fine if you don't like it, but I'm not interested in what you like. I'm interested in the facts and then going to fuck to sleep. So hopefully in these 5 minutes, he points out what I've pointed out at least 4 different times across a video and 2 live streams. Isn't he talking about it from a legal basis? His legal basis, that's very true. It's still not going to hold up. He can talk about it from a legal basis all he wants. But you know what kind of makes me think a lot of this isn't really from a legal basis? It's just him just giving out information and hoping he's right. Why would he why would he put that video behind the paywall? Like, why? What's the problem with it? What made you put it behind a paywall after? I can understand that being a video you put behind a paywall for like a day or 2 and then you release it to the public. But why after?
It says here, when the officer reasonably believes, based on the totality of the circumstances, that such force is necessary to prevent imminent death or great bodily harm to himself or another. Now, as you see, the state's policy says it doesn't have to kill you, just cause you great bodily harm. And throwing scalding hot water on someone is something that can cause great bodily harm. Okay, so why am I 50-50 on this case? It's because this officer has an argument that by throwing that pot of water in his direction and him responding immediately to that action, he can say he was preventing himself from getting serious or great bodily injury, as the state says. Claiming that, hey, I was following the policy and it was reasonable for me to do so. Someone was about to throw scalding hot water.
Got to stretch that 5 minutes for those ads. You know, the beautiful thing about me is that anti-ad browser, baby.
Water in my face, right off the stove. Right off the stove. So now, this is where the law comes in. See, to get a criminal conviction, you need to be beyond a reasonable doubt. So I say, this is a 50-50 case. I don't think you get to the 80 or 90% needed for beyond a reasonable doubt.
You sure? We'll see when it comes trial time. You know, he could be right about that. You could get like a little hung jury. You could get a 50-50. Depending on how this goes. Feel like, Muff, I think you might get that 90-10. You might end up with that 90-10.
I think he can put forward some reasonable doubt. Hey, look, she's throwing boiling water at me. I think that's reasonable doubt. That's why I say it's 50-50. I think civilly, which 50-50 works, civilly, he's won, right? I mean, she's won. Her family should get paid. He should be fired. Civilly, yes, he's done. Criminally, it's a different story. I think, first, the state's got to survive a motion to dismiss, because any lawyer who is awake is going to file a motion to dismiss saying that, hey, he was presented a serious threat of grave bodily injury. He responded with deadly physical force. The manual says you can do it. The law says you can do it. And that's what he did. This case could be dismissed right there. Then, if you survive the motion to dismiss and go to trial, only thing you need is one juror to see what we just saw, her throwing the pot of boiling water at him, him saying on the stand, I was scared for my life, and saying, well,
That's what you need? That's all you need? A motherfucker saying he was scared for his life? Because if that, let's work with that, as you know, as a non-lawyer. All the information we know about this, he's scared for his life? Out of both of them, who do you think was most scared for their life? The dude who's probably going to have to say that in order to try to get a lighter sentence? Or the woman who had to duck down in fear because a piece got pulled on her because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, I agree. I believe that cop. That's why I am 50-50 with this case. I don't believe this cop was justified. I don't believe this cop did the right thing. But I believe a conviction is going to be...
I feel like it's been a year of me watching this video. Well, too bad. See, this is what happens when we want to watch it at normal speed. I don't want one of these fucking dick suckers come here like, you didn't hear him out. You didn't listen to anything he had to say. Try that lie with somebody who will be able to believe that lie. I am going to hear this whole thing at normal speed.
Be difficult in this particular case. For Derek Chauvin, I thought he was going to get convicted easy. For the people who killed Ahmaud Arbery, I thought that conviction was easy. This conviction is not so easy. I'm sorry, it's just not. Now, I know there are a lot of you who want me to just say yes. Everything you want. He's going to be convicted of murder. He's going to go away forever. And that's probably true. That may happen. But with the facts that I have in front of me, I can't make that call. I honestly think this is a 50-50 criminal case. But civilly, yeah, he's going to pay. Just like with OJ. I thought OJ's civil case was easy. But the criminal case, he was found not to be guilty. Now, I know. With all that said, there's still going to be people who see the video and say, she wasn't throwing a pot because they don't want to believe she threw the pot of water. There's going to be people who say there was no water in the pot, even though you see the water splashing all over the floor and the steam coming all out of the water, right? You're going to see people say a whole bunch of different types of things because they do not want to face the reality of the facts in front of you. I don't deal in dreamlands and wishful thinking.
Then put the video back public. There's some amount of wishful thinking you got to where you're not sitting here putting that video up in front of the public. Just so we're clear here. You know?
I deal
Also, why is there no acknowledgement that he turned it on after the fact?
with the facts that are presented in front of me. And I also want to make it clear too, Bruce Rivers and the civil rights lawyer, their analysis was spot on correct with the information they had. If they had this information, I don't believe that they'll come to this same analysis. I don't think you can, because that critical piece of why the officer shot this woman is critical to any analysis.
Who are these two people? What are their names?
Deal with the facts that are presented in front of me. And I also want to make it clear too, Bruce Rivers and the civil rights lawyer.
Bruce Rivers and the civil rights lawyer. Fuck was his name? A civil rights attorney. All right, bam, and then bam. Do either one of you individuals have like, a nice little update video about it? Secret Service body cam footage. Sarah Boone. What the fuck? Sarah Boone puts out an ad for a free lawyer. Is there a community note? Absolutely not. Okay. Maybe a live stream of some kind? Nope, you didn't do a live stream in 3 years. Wow. Okay. Civil rights attorney. Do you have something for me? No, you got a fucking DEA's airport scam search. So neither one of these motherfuckers have come back to do a follow-up. And I'm interested to see what follow-up they could possibly come up with.
Their analysis was spot on correct with the information they had. If they had this information, I don't believe that they'll come to this same analysis. I don't think you can, because that critical piece of why the officer shot this woman is critical to any analysis. And I think in their analysis, if you now add that in, it's going to throw a wrinkle in time. Matter of fact, listen to what Bruce Rivers says the officer's argument is going to be.
This is powerful shit. And what's the trial going to be about? The trial's going to be about one thing and one thing only. What the officer thought and whether that thought was reasonable or not. And his defense is going to be, I feared.
And again, why in the 17 minutes and 20 seconds has Nate the lawyer not addressed that from the charging documents, this motherfucker didn't have his body camera on and the 30 to 40 to 50 second fucking rewind?
For my life or my physical safety. I thought I was in great I thought I was in danger of great bodily harm. And you can use lethal force when it comes to that.
Now remember, Bruce didn't see that other part of the video where she pops up and throws the pot at the officer and the water hits the floor right in front of them. So he didn't see that part of the video. But he still was able to say that that's going to be the issue. And that's the same thing I told you is going to be the issue. So with that being said, let me know where I'm wrong in the comment section. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe.
It's finally over. I feel like we aged 4 years. Gen Z attorney here from last thing I expected today was a 100-view video being held up against some Bruce Rivers. Wow, what levels of ass kissing. It's so amazing. I'm so proud. Be proud of yourself. I feel like we've aged 50 years. You know what I'm saying? It's real scummy. It's really interesting how, you're sitting here saying, oh, people are still going to be mad and people are still going to be... Well, if you know that, keep the fucking video up. Don't put it behind a paywall. Don't put it behind a paywall. Keep that shit up. And why did you not bring up the fact that this motherfucker's camera was off? Why did you bring that up? It would have been helpful if you did, because it would have been better for everybody to understand. Yeah. So how we feeling? Also, still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to figure this one out, because maybe I've lost significant levels of the plot. Let's see, if I were to pull out my gun, would I pull it out from somebody saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus? I don't think I would. I feel like I'd have my hand on that taser. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it. But that's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to watch that, see how brain dead it was. And once again, it wasn't really brain dead. I just hate the fact that, I had to find out that he was hiding information. Why are you hiding it? Don't hide it. Don't put it behind a paywall, Sonny. Let us see. Let us see what you got. Let's see your gots, buddy. Let's see your fucking gots. Oh, yeah. But I'm done. Goodbye.